What are you doing?
Hello, 6'5" bloke here, Peter, and little Andrew behind the camera. You can see my shoulder is recovering. I still got another 3 more weeks, and then I'm back to work. Damn it. But thing is, it's still really stiff, but I cannot lift heavy stuff. So yeah. I'm glad to see my green tug, Snail. That's her name. Actually, little Andrew gave that tug the name, Snail. As you can see, I was chasing down hard to find gauges, so I finally managed to find the correct original new old stock oil pressure gauge. Some closer. So yeah, it has to be 0 to 75. That's the only one I found on eBay. But I found tons of these, exact same, but it was reading 0 to 100. I might buy one for another tug. For now, I'll just put it in for now until I find the correct one. That's how I always do. So yeah, so now I finally got my first correct oil pressure gauge. Fuel gauge, new old stock as well. I found this on eBay, but the thing is, they're all over eBay now, this one. I found some that's cheap and some that is expensive. I've already opened it. Thing is, this one is a late model, the wartime gauge, around late 44. You can see this one, this is gasoline. This is a late 44. And when I took it out of the package, I noticed this back plate and the bracket is the exact same as MB Willys Jeep and Dodge Weapons Carrier. With the spring loader in behind. So yeah, this is a late model. Which this is a late model as well. I have another gauge that's coming, which is 100% original as well. New old stock. And it's an early model, which says gas behind the needle. So this is a late model one. I've actually bought a couple, and I will use that as a giveaway awards for the Clarktor tug events, which I am 100% nearly finished with that even. I'll 100% get that posted, hopefully next week. So yeah. So we're gonna put these two on the dash. Another thing, I have this, which is also the correct air meter, but this is a very late model. That's about a 45 model. So yeah, the early ones will have same needle as this oil pressure gauge. That big and wide, yeah. The later model ones, this was added with SW and the needle got smaller. So yeah. So we're gonna use this for now. Well, actually these two I'm 100% using. This one for now, because I've got a very early one coming, which is yeah, early model, which is the big needle. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, so we're gonna take these wartime gauges out. This one is of a slack wheel Jeep. That's 100% original for Dodge Studebakers and Willys Jeep plus slack wheel as well. And that's also original air meter of a rare PE World War II generator. The reason why it's 2020, because I found a book manual, the Clarktor tugs did come out in 2020 amps. Yeah. So, and then later in the war, they were, actually no, early were 2020, about mid-late, they were changed to 30-30, and then around 45, they were changed to 40-40 in US model. The British model, they have 40-40, but in AC. The US were DC. So yeah. So yeah, so now it's time to change the correct gauges in there. And let's hope it works and we'll fire it up. Right? Done.
Loosening nuts.
You want to take the brackets off the gauge?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can put it on.
That's the fuel gauge one.
Yeah.
Yep. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, we're both exhausted because it's summer and it's way hot. Today it is 40 degrees today, but we are actually under the roof, but it's a bit cooler. As soon as you go in the sun, oh, you're already sweating. I am already sweating. Yeah, so this is a spring, which will give you a nice grounding contact to the dash. If you don't have those and your fuel gauge stays full all the time, that means the fuel gauge has no groundings contact, or it's rusted inside the fuel gauge, because inside the fuel gauge also has a spring plate as well. Yeah, if it stays on 1/4 tank like all the time and your tank's full, that means the sender unit is faulty or your fuel gauge is wired up backwards. So yeah. All right, so we got this gauge already loose. There we go. Yep, you see that? Exactly the same case, and it is the exact same brackets. Spring load, spring load. Okay, let's get this on. Now we got GA and we got IGN or SW. So IGN means ignition, GA means to go straight to your sender unit. So let's get this on. Oh, it fits.
And loose.
Yeah, because we made the hole too big to fit that in. If I have it right. Now, sender units, which will be here. That goes on that side.
Alright, ready?
Set. Fire. Yay! It's working! If it reads 4 or it just stays empty, the wire's backwards as well.
So yeah, it reads, it gives you more information of how much it is though.
But is it gonna wiggle a lot?
Depends.
While driving.
Depends.
Alright, next part is fuel oil pressure gauge. Turn the ignition off, you don't want to burn the coil. Next is oil pressure gauge. On the oil gauge?
Or on the fuel and oil.
Oh, okay. So I got the oil out now. Now we're gonna put the correct oil pressure gauge in.
No, I swapped it.
Perfect. Now we get oil pressure gauge in. Got it. And I'm gonna fit nice and loose. Alright, let's put the bracket in. I got the wires connected, but I didn't put the nuts and washer on yet. You put the wire on, what I do is put the indicator on, it will tell me which way it's blinking. Okay, so it's backwards. So we have to turn it the other way around, the wires. Let's see what it does. Now it's reading backwards. Perfect. Sweet. Yay! Try dim. Yay! You can see the dim's showing less amp and the low beam is showing more amps. Got oil pressure!
The 20, you can tell.
Yeah, because it's charging the battery, because the battery is nearly flat. Let's see what the fuel gauge does.
We clear. Okay, we're clear. I see movement. I see wiggling.
Yep, it's working.
It's only because it's nearly empty, yeah?
Yeah,
And the
nearly
fuel's
empty.
and the fuel's moving around.
Yep, the fuel's splashing the center.
Oh, my neck. That's soft over there usually. Keep recording or? Okay.
Everything works! Yeah.
It's funny how it's just a different thing.
You see the brake lights?
Yeah.
You see the ammeter drop near to 0? It's fully charged now. That's good. Yay! That'll do it for now. Please like and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. See ya.